All right, back now, 8:51 with our fourth super simple skillet supper of the week. Chef and Today contributor Giada De Laurentiis is here to share her great recipe for a hearty chicken stew. Take a look downstairs. The gang is in place, ready to dive in, guys. All right, hold off for 1 second. Hey, Giada, good morning. Good to see you.
Hi.
This is one of your oldest recipes. You love this. Why is it a go-to recipe?
This is a recipe it's one of my first recipes from Everyday Italian 12 years ago. And still to this day, I find that I make it all the time. Simple, easy ingredients you can have in your pantry and under 30 minutes.
I was looking at the ingredients. It's kind of like a great beef stew, but you go chicken.
Without beef, like you said earlier.
Exactly, right.
Yes, that's brilliant.
Okay, thank you. Skillet, what kind do you like?
So this is a 10-inch skillet. Now, the whole idea with skillets is you got to make sure they're hot. So the pan has to be hot and the oil should be hot.
That freaks people out to leave a skillet on the stove heating up for a long time.
Oh, I didn't say a long time.
How long?
Like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, just to get nice and hot, because this is what you want to hear, the sizzle. Just like that. Because otherwise you're steaming everything instead of sautéing it, which creates the base flavors of your stew.
So you got onions, carrots, celery in there.
Very good. A little bit of salt. We just sprinkle a little salt in there. Just start to sweat and bring out the natural sweetness in all of the ingredients. Then we're going to let this go. You let it go for like 5 minutes just to soften it slightly because it will cook with all the juices.
Okay.
So then we add canned tomatoes. So it's about 2 cups, about a 14-ounce can of diced tomatoes. And then we'll do this. Actually, you do it.
Tomato paste,
Yep.
Is that what that is?
Tomato paste is concentrated tomato flavor. So again, it adds depth. That's the whole thing you want to do when you're not using beef, because chicken's a little lighter. It needs a little help in the flavor department.
Why are you using dried herbs as opposed to fresh herbs?
So sort of my go-to tip would be that anything that cooks over 10 minutes, you use dried herbs. Anything that cooks less than 10 minutes, use fresh herbs. Or anything that's fresh that you don't have to cook, use fresh herbs.
Makes sense.
Because fresh herbs are not quite as intense, so the longer they cook, the less flavor they end up with. And dried herbs are very intense. So thyme and a bay leaf, both dried. Thyme has sort of a lemony, herby flavor, so it's really nice with the chicken. Then, go ahead.
Put those both in. You put the bones in.
Yes, rib on, skin on to add lots of flavor. And then go for the chicken broth. 2 cups of chicken broth. Go for it. And this is kind of, you can decide how much salt you add because they have low sodium.
When you're done with this, what consistency you're looking for? Stew or soup?
You're looking for stew.
Okay.
So I put the lid on, cook it for 25 minutes.
All right, guys, digging in downstairs. How's this going so far?
Pairing this with maybe a nice little red of some sort.
Nice. And maybe a chocolate chip cookie, Carson.
Yes.
From your wife that I had
Siri
earlier.
makes good cookies.
Exactly.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
so it cooks down like this, right? Then we add kidney beans. So you use canned beans. Again, something, you have all these things lying around in your house usually. Some beans, and I like kidney beans, and they're kind of...
What other kind could you use?
Well, you could use garbanzos, you could use white beans, you could use black beans, really anything you like. So this only cooks down for another 5 minutes because the beans are pretty much cooked. So you just want to sort of add them in. Peas for color.
Frozen peas, okay?
Frozen peas. Yep.
Fine.
And my daughter loves peas, so anything with peas in it. So this also helps. And the fresh basil, because you're only going to heat this up for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
And what you want to do then is take the chicken. I let it cool before I shred it. It looks like this. I took the skin off of it. Take the meat.
So wait a second, you've taken it out of there because it cooked in there. You take it out and now you're going to shred it and put it back in there.
Correct, but you want to let it cool down, otherwise your hands will burn to a crisp. So I took the skin off and the chicken's cooked and I just kind of shred it just like this. And you can do this with a fork and a knife. I like it shredded rather than chopped, but you can do anything you like. And I do this with turkey. You can do it with pork. You can pretty much do this with anything.
All right, how's the flavor, guys? It looks great.
Amazing, and it's so light.
Yeah.
It feels really healthy.
Okay.
So then,
And there's good crusty bread.
we love the bread.
get in there, Matt. Don't be afraid of the
It's
food.
the second day in a row I've been yelled at in the kitchen.
Really? I'm sorry. I wasn't yelling.
No, that's okay. There you go. So that
There we
looks
go.
great.
Okay. So, Matt, here you go, since
look
you
at the
didn't get
bread,
any.
serving it with
and
the
I
bread.
serve it with bread. Obviously, you could you could serve this with pasta or rice if you wanted to, but to avoid the pasta, I thought it'd be kind of nice to just do it like that. Is it really good, or are you just saying it's
really
good?
good. Really, it's a little cold, I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Okay? But it's really good.
Ours
It is a little cold.
It's okay. Giada, fantastic.
Only the best for you, Matt.
Guys,
Delicious.
This is the best.
Thumbs up,
Thanks,
Giada.
Giada. Good job.